Hello. Happy Friday. Yeah, I still need to know where your points are gonna go, Emily. And, Shiz, you too. We can just see which letter ends up winning, I guess. Vote for your favorite letter, A, B, C, D, or E. I don't know what's gonna win. I redid my hair. It did not look like this for what I thought was going to be my interview. But since I'm not sure that I'm doing 90s crafts today and 90s crafts tied, we have our 90. Next week's gonna be Sesame Street, yeah. Ooh, fun. I'm excited. Off stream, I went through the rest of the fossils and paid enough money to have the house upgraded again, built the bridge, and I have the houses in my pocket now to place for the other animals. So, I didn't do it yet, but we're ready. Anywho, hi Smoothie, hi Emily. Mushroom Kippy, it's good to see you. I hope that you've been doing well. And hi Alex. It's nice to see you too. Calliope, thank you for the lurk. Mia, thank you for the lurk. Silly, hello. Yeah, my bot was evidently doing an update, and I didn't realize. Hello Petrichor, Allison, Sharn. Oh my goodness. Well, congratulations. Hibernating is logical. Okay. So, if you missed it in Discord, my interview, I was sitting here at my desk, ready to go. I mean, I still have some makeup on. Some of it's probably come off. I had a copy of one of my patterns. I had the wooble I made. I was ready. And I'm sitting here, and I'm waiting, and I'm waiting, and I'm waiting. And I was like, oh. Someone should have joined. And I went over to check my email, and evidently they had sent me an email 3 minutes before my scheduled time to tell me that there was an emergency and that they were going to have to reschedule. So I was sitting ready to go. I didn't sleep last night. I was so anxious about everything today. Like, it was 2:30 before I ended up, like, closing my eyes. Like, I was lying there, like, go to sleep, 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 go to sleep. Girl, go to sleep. Took extra meds for today so I wouldn't be a mess. Now I have to do it again. Oh, I dressed all nice. I did my makeup all fancy. My hair was nice and not, side pony 90s look, but we're doing that because when we voted on crafts this week, 90s tied with the cross stitch. And my 90s craft that I have left to work on is the friendship bracelet. And the one that I'm doing, I'm following a really, like, intricate pattern. And I just didn't... I did not think I'd be up for that. So I was like, let's start here. If I feel up to doing the friendship bracelet, we can work on that. If not... if not, that's fine. Yeah, I mean, I get it. I really do. Emergencies happen. I just... like... there's a part of me... Hi, Mom. Like, I cried this morning, you know, texting James, and I was like, there's a part of me that's, like, almost afraid. I'm just getting my colors for this. I always forget that paper. Of, like, getting this job and not being what they want. Or not being able to do it. Or... because part of me feels like if I don't do this perfectly, then I was clear, like, I don't know, it just feels like then I fail. Like, I don't even know how to explain it. Like, it just feels like, because it's what I do for a living, and if I fail at doing it for, like, a living where someone's paying me to do it, instead of just, like, do you know what I mean? Like, what if I fail? I feel like I'll just want to quit. Like, entirely. I don't know, it's hard to explain. Yeah, it feels like if I can't do this, then I was never meant to, like, do this. I don't know. I understand what you mean. Yeah. I'm just afraid, like, there's a part of me that's afraid because, like, I've struggled with doing my own patterns recently. And now I know that these are much more simple than mine. But, like, I don't know. It is imposter syndrome. It feels very much like there's no way that you could do this job. And that's why it never works out. That's why all your messages went to spam. That's why this meeting was canceled. Like, it's not... I don't know. I don't know. No, you're right. There is no reasoning with anxiety. It's gonna make up its own thing. Yep. That's for sure. I guess I just don't want to fail. I don't want to fail at that level, you know? And I know, like, oh, but maybe you'll succeed at that level. I get that. Truly, I do. But anxiety is going to go with the worst case scenario, not the best case scenario. So, streaking through chat. Oh my gosh. Not the streaking. I don't know why this... okay. Yeah. Yeah, but if I fail this, I'm done. Like, I can't... I don't know. There's not really a bounce back from failing at this. Like, that's a great idea and concept. But I'm pretty sure that a massive company like this would be like, fail once and that's, you know. I don't know. So yeah. Oh, and then today has just been a day, right? So that happened. That sucked. My 3D print, chat, when I checked on it this morning, it was still printing. It ran out of filament. It was almost done. So I once again have a tower that I can't use. I have to order more. Oh, it's been a day. I was making shelves for the miniatures that I do. It was supposed to be like this. And then the little miniatures sit on the shelf. This is a corner piece. And it attaches. It will attach to the main piece like that. That's why there's this long bit. Yeah. I was so close to having the second corner piece done and I ran out and I'm like it's been a Friday. It's been the most Monday Friday I've ever had. Oh no, that's the wrong button. No. Good thing I didn't panic. Anyway. Okay. So I hope that your Friday is going a little bit better than mine. Yeah, James has good news. No, you did not pass your final test. You aced your final test. You got a 100% on your final test, sir. It is not a pass. It was a perfect score. Yeah, that's a big deal. Mm-hmm. Yup. Nerd. Yeah. Oh, hey Shiz, Emily, do you guys want to vote on a letter for next week? I know that we're playing Animal Crossing next Friday, so it technically doesn't matter. But did you want to pick A, B, C, or D, or E just for funsies? Since you were second and third today. We'll just see which letter ends up winning. I also feel like maybe I need to bring my camera down lower. Is this too far away? Because I'm just like down here. I was trying not to have it like be too much like Because I feel like if I bring it down lower, it's gonna be like in my face. You know? Maybe a little? Okay. I just need a camera that has a zoom on it or something. So my plan today is to finish this coral on this pattern. I wonder... Hang on. Is it fuzzy? Is the quality of the camera not good? Or is it okay if I digitally zoom it in? That way it doesn't drop in my face more? Is that okay? Or does it look bad? Honest. Like, let me know. That looks okay? I don't know, I'm on mobile. That's fine. Mobile view's still a view. I need to know if it looks good multiple places, you know? That is a cursed emote. Oh my god. I love it. It's a little fuzzy, but I'm on cheese quality mobile. So it's not Gouda? Is that what you're trying to say? It's craft singles! Oh. With the wrapper still on, huh? Unbelievable. Oh, I love it here. So after the thing was canceled, I decided to go through my entire closet. Pulled out everything. Tried on a lot of clothes. Have donations. How'd that go? Oh, it was probably not what I should have done for my mental health, but it got done. And the closet looks a lot nicer now, so... You know, honestly... That's fine. Mom, I have a dress and a shirt set aside to see if you want. It was a dress that I, like, really loved. And it always ended up feeling too fancy to wear anywhere. And now I can't fit in it. So let that be a lesson, chat. Just wear the fancy dress. I actually have a feel like that. You're welcome. Yeah. I was like all revved up, so I was like, I gotta do something. Because I had been all anxious before the interview. So it's like, let me do something with this anxious energy. A ball gown. I love that. Yeah, I had so I don't know if I got any Kohl's shoppers here in the chat besides my mom. I love Lauren Conrad. I love her designs. It's rare for me to find something of hers that I'm like, ooh. Like when I went, oh, you know, I've got Kohl's cash. Maybe I'll go and pick up that sweater that I was like, I'm not spending $40 on it, but I've got Kohl's cash. So maybe I'll go buy that sweater. Anyway. Hi. Yeah, there's oh, hello. Hi. Yeah, come on over. But I had gotten this really pretty dress. She had done like a come on. You can come over. A partnership with Disney years ago, like back when we lived in our apartment, so 2019 plus. And it was a Cinderella collection. I wonder if I can find it. Gorgeous. And I got 2 of the dresses when they were on like super clearance. Never wore them. They're beautiful. Never wore them. Now they don't fit. And it's like oh. Yep, sure, girl. That's fine. Oh, okay. Let me see if I can find. Now, some of them I did end up wearing. Like, I wore one of them on our honeymoon. Is this it? Yeah, I wore this one on our honeymoon. Because we honeymooned in Disney. So I wore this one. It's little Minnie Mouse dresses. Oh, not what I wanted. Okay, wait, let's see. When does this... Does it say when this was? 2015! Yeah, I wore this dress on our honeymoon. Hello. I've been having wedding anxiety dreams 2 nights in a row. My wedding was last May. I hate that. I hate dreams like that because you're just like, excuse me. I graduated, I don't even know how long ago. Why am I having dreams about school? Etc. This is one of the dresses that doesn't fit. And then I have the same one in white with blue flowers. I never wore it. Now, technically, it doesn't not fit by a lot. So, in theory, it might fit. But Yeah, and then there was another one, and I don't see it. I also have it in pink. The one that I have was in pink. It had little flowers on it. I like the blue better. Hi. Oh, you're back. Yeah, she did like a whole Cinderella collection. Hello. Girl, where are you trying to go? Where are you going? You just want to sit on my lap? Okay. That's fine. But yeah, wear the fancy stuff, chat. Dress up. Evidently, Artie just wants to be on my lap. She's here now. It's like, we were talking about this the other day, like, use the fancy pens. Don't save them. Because eventually they're going to dry up. And either you can use the fancy pens, and have them dry up because you use them and you got enjoyment out of them, or they can just sit there, you never use them, and they still dry up. So, wear the outfit. I loved her clothes, but our Kohl's rarely has good sales, and clearance was crummy. Yeah, haven't been in 10 plus years. I need to teach James how to shop at Kohl's properly. I'm not even going to tell you, like, let's just say the reason that I have Kohl's cash right now is because he bought himself a bunch of jeans. 3 pairs of jeans, chat. I got a whole ass purse, a brand new purse, because my other one was literally falling apart. The leather was peeling off of the purse for less than one pair of his pants. Absolutely crazy. I feel like men's clothes is better quality though. Yeah, I can agree with that. Jeans still shouldn't be more than $60 though. He's got to learn how to shop the clearance racks. Because you can find the freaking same thing. Yeah, these were Levi's. Maybe we should look at outlets or something next time. Honestly, I just like Walmart. Man. How would you know? You don't shop it. You seem to have higher material quality, yeah. Inside seams are actually finished. There are pockets, yeah. I don't buy jeans, just Florida things, yeah. Oh, I'm sorry, Raccoon. One of my favorite pairs of jeans that I've had for forever, finally, like, there's a big hole now. And the hole is in the knee, so I'm like, I can make these into capris. I've got my sewing machine. If sour cream, never opened, expired today, if I cook with it, heat it up in potato leek soup, delicious. Does that extend the expiry date in any way? I have to eat this whole pot tonight. I would probably say that you should be good if it hadn't been opened and you're opening it today. If it doesn't smell weird, give it a little like taste. Like don't take like a big thing of it, but like taste it. If it doesn't taste weird, if it doesn't smell weird, if there isn't like if it doesn't look weird, I'd say that you'd be good to eat it for like a few days, yeah. Unless, of course, you're looking for a reason to eat all the potato leek soup, in which case, no. Probably gonna be poisoned, and you should eat it all. But I don't know if that's what you were looking for. Like, if you're looking for a reason to eat all the potato leek soup, I can help you there, too. Yeah, as long as it doesn't, like, seem strange. You know, like, sometimes you open up, like, a yogurt or something, that, like, is set to expire that day, and sometimes you're like, this is fine, and other times you're like, wow, that looks weird and bad, and I'm not gonna touch it. Heck, sometimes it's not even that it's not even, like, due to expire, it just looks bad, and you're like, nope, not touching that. Or smells weird, or there's just something about it that you're like, nope. Mm-mm. I can't reach my scissors. I have... you can kind of see her. There's an Artie here. She's under things. Yeah, I actually found a really cute sweater at Kohl's on clearance when we went. I got my purse. Which, chat, I think you might be shocked, is teal. It's like a really pale teal bag. And that cute Christmas outfit. That cute Christmas outfit was like $10. I'm not showing it to anyone until Christmas. Oops. Oh no, that's right. You're shocked, yeah. Well, I can't get anything to show you all anyway because the cat's sleeping on me. If Artie gets up and we haven't all forgotten, I'll show you. Evidently, though, she just needs to snuggle. Which is fair, honestly. Maple could tell I was anxious too because I went downstairs, like not at a normal time, and he like came over and he ended up like curling up on my lap while I was sitting on the floor, which he's very particular. He curls up on your lap in like certain spots. He's not going to just be like, "Oh, you're sitting over here? Okay, I'll sit with you." And I was just sitting on the floor because I realized I couldn't remember where the wooble that I made ended up. And so I wanted to get it, and then I realized, oh wait, it was on the shelf that ended up downstairs in the basement, and then there's the bin that was full of all the stuff that was on the shelves that I've been like going through slowly because, you know, just seeing what I need, what I don't. Anyway, and so I was sitting on the floor and I was just putting a few things away because Maple was like, "Mom," like he could just tell. Because he was like, "Hi, first I'm gonna stand on you. And then now I'm gonna lie down on you." And he's like, I'm gonna keep you company. And I was like, "Okay, buddy. Okay, Bubs, thank you." Mm. Emily, it's just for you. I did it just for you. I was like, I gotta do the side pony. Gemma does the same thing. I swear she was raised by cats. Sweet baby. You are very welcome. Yeah, my brain was like, I can't really comprehend the complicated friendship bracelet tutorial to start stream, which is like the main 90s craft that I have left. I have like a latch hook rug. I know that's not technically 90s. I just feel like that was done a lot in the 90s. I don't know. I did it in the 90s. Anyway. I also thought we could always work on the beads for our crocheted beaded animal, because beaded animals were definitely 90s. So if we want to pivot, we can. But I figure let's start with this. This is just counting. It's not complex patterns or remembering how I did the knots on the friendship bracelet. What's that? The beaded animal? I am twinning with that mermaid, yeah. You're so sweet, Artie. I'm sorry that this isn't like the most comfortable I would try to adjust to make it more comfortable for you, but I also know as soon as I do that, you're going to be like, well, now I hate it here and I'm leaving. So I think we'll just sit here. She's on my lap. She is. Hang on. Surprise! Surprise cat time. I hate running out of a color. Like right before you reach the end. Where did the thread go? There it is. I have 2 medical things to schedule that I've been putting off. Making myself call. You got this. Proud of you. I absolutely understand that. I have one more medical call that I have to make, and that's going to happen next week instead. Because as it turns out, we still have insurance through James's regular civilian job, as well as the military. Which means that I don't have to deal with the people and call and tell them about the icky smelling medicine just yet. I can just get a refill from the other prescription place. So it gives me a little bit more time. And again, I was like, my sole focus today was this interview, acing this interview, doing this interview, blah, like just the interview. Nothing else was happening. No other phone calls, no other, I wasn't running errands, nothing. Like, just the interview. Just walked in on you talking about military. My husband wants to enlist. Definitely do your research. Look in, my husband's in chat, so I'm sure he can weigh in on things. The Air Force is way better. It treats your soldiers way better than the Army ever does. It's not an easy job for them. It's not an easy job for you. James is gone right now for 7 months. We have no control over that. He is not even active duty. He is reserves. So if you enlist active duty, then you get things like you have to move now to a new location because the military told you to. If you are reserves, you normally stay in your state and they can't like transfer you all over the world. It's not easy. It's not easy for anyone. I would also ask him why he wants to enlist. What aspect of it? Is it for the free college? Is it for pension? Is it for Like, what aspect of it is appealing to him? Because I can promise you, if he's like, I want to serve my country, um, it's, so is he looking at going active duty? Because I can tell you that reserves don't make a lot. It's, the military does not offer a lot of payment. It's 15-minute wait time. I applied for a callback. Honestly, I don't blame you. James, why don't you ever listen to my stream? Or read your phone? Why do people have phones? My brother, who's like chronically on his phone, I'll text him and I won't hear back for 3 days. Oh, okay, read above. Read mushroom. I'm literally like sitting here talking about military stuff, and I'm like, my husband will probably tell you way more. But yeah, deployments are a thing, and they're scary, and they're stressful, and, oh, okay. Goodbye. And again, you have no control over when they happen. Like James was lucky he got to come home for Christmas. And then he had to leave again. And again, this is, I'm never going to be one to tell people like don't join. But I will give a very like blunt and honest military spouse perspective, if that makes sense. Like, you know, I know that doing this now will help us in the future as far as retirement, because we'll have health insurance. There's also going to be another small pension. Like I know that. But right now all I keep thinking is that I have missed years of my married life with my husband for us to have a slightly better retirement. But like, we're not guaranteed anything, like, as far as time. So I just feel like I've lost years of my marriage because of this. Doing it for long-term benefits, yeah. Air Force is the way to go. For sure. Much shorter, food and lodging is better. Yeah. Army's gonna treat you really badly. James was in the Army for 9 years. And they treated him like crap. You've been in the Air Force for 6? No. 5? 6? 5 years now? Way better experience. Still, you know, he was told you have to go on this deployment or this schooling. It didn't matter that I was dealing with medical stuff and that it would have been better for him to have been home. They don't care. There was room in the classes. So off he went. It didn't matter that it would have been better if he went later, like this year, versus when he went this, like, they don't care. So But yeah, I also share all that because you're going to find, especially with social media, I don't get this. There'll be like a lot of recruiters out there who post all of these videos about how the army, like joining the military is the answer to all your problems. You'll have money and free time and no. No. Um are there benefits? Sure. Do they outweigh the negatives? Come back to me in a couple of years. Cuz right now the answer is no. Yeah, you might want to be considering what the yeah. Mhm. Consider who's in charge and how things are going right now. Yikes. One, two, three, four, five, six. How many was that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Uh-oh. Oh, okay. I'm just on. Okay. I'm looking at the wrong one. I have to start like double checking everything here because if you remember the rock formation at the bottom isn't exactly correct. So, I really have to double count. Ads already? It has not been an hour. How? Okay. Well, I guess we're gonna stop and take a stretch break, chat, because ads are about to play. Well, we finished up this piece of coral. I have like one little, like a couple more stitches to make of this color, and then that's done. And then we have 2 more pieces of coral to do here. Should we do the funny shaped pink ones next or the green one? Y'all are gonna want the funny shaped pink ones. I know you. You're correct, I do. Yeah. All right. They are next as far as like working left to right. Is, you know, the pink ones go here and then the green one goes here, so. All right. Take a quick stretch, chat, get a snack, a drink, use the bathroom, take your meds, move your laundry, stand up and take a stretch break. Just, you know, stretch your body even if you don't stand up. Stretch your limbs, all that stuff. Be right back. Alrighty. Thank you all for sitting through ads. I remembered. Here's my new purse. It's very big. This is my wallet. But yeah, I like it. It's got a long strap and then handles, and the handles are still like a good, you know. So yeah, I remembered. Purse. Yeah, the purse that I had, literally the leather was peeling off. Why, thank you, Lockpick. voted on what craft we were doing today, and it was a tie between cross stitch and 90s crafts. And my 90s craft that I had to work on was friendship bracelet. That's like complex, and I wasn't feeling like I could handle that right now. So I was like, well, compromise. 90s hairstyle, cross stitch. And then we still might work on like a different 90s craft for like the last hour of stream. And then this is my cute sweater that I told you I found on clearance. Look at how cute! I love it so much. The little acorns and the leaves. And then there's the bottom too. All right, Allison. You guys wanted to see the Christmas outfit. It's fine. You're not going to be at my family get-together. It's a sweater dress. It's like a sweater material. With jingle bells. $10! And it's like a knit sweater material. See? It's like... So, there you go. That was my Kohl's haul. Thank you for coming. The wallet wasn't new. I've had that wallet for years. I just think it's really cute. I have a matching purse with that wallet too. It's a backpack purse. And sometimes I don't want to wear a backpack. Sometimes I want like a purse. I have a really nice brown one. And originally I was going to get a brown one. And they were all really ugly and expensive. And I like that green one a lot more. So. Also, I just got an email back. Hi, Tigress. How are you? It's a sleepy day. Yeah. It was not a sleepy day. Here. Oh, I was supposed to. And I was sitting in my meeting. I clicked on the link. And I'm sitting and waiting. And then I'm like, huh. Someone should have been here by now. And I popped over to my email and they had evidently emailed me. I've been waiting in the meeting. I got there 10 minutes early. And evidently they had emailed me to let me know that an emergency had come up and they needed to reschedule. They emailed me like 3 minutes before my actual interview start time. I didn't sleep last night. I was so anxious about this. I took extra anxiety meds so that I wouldn't be like to try and, keep it together. Like I was, and now I have to do it again next week. Like, I get it. I do understand emergencies happen. I do. It's just been like, I feel like I've been fighting to get this interview now for literal months because evidently my last messages weren't going through. And it's hard when you are a very neurospicy human. And like you are like, okay, this is what's happening today. Like nothing else was happening today. I was not running errands. I was not calling insurance even though I need to. Like this was my day. This was today. And so when it gets changed, it's just like son of a gun. Oh yeah. I could hardly eat breakfast today. Yep. And now I have to do it again. That's the worst part. Is that I have to like have the no night's sleep before. Never schedule anything? Oh. Well, I mean, that doesn't really work when you're interviewing, unfortunately. Live as a mountain goat. I've never tried that. See you guys. Off to go live life as a mountain goat. I get to eat free cans. Listen, I already was doing it. You don't have to try and sell me more. Like, yeah, it's frustrating. There's a part of me that, like, they had a massive launch today. Like, new product. I know because I got emails from them about it. And part of me is like, was there an issue with that? Because it launched right around the time of my... Climb any surface. Yes. I don't know, it's giving me more time to doubt myself again. Yay! Thank you, though, everyone who thought of me today and who asked about it. Sorry I didn't have better or exciting or any other kind of news. I just kind of wish that they could have rescheduled me for like later today. I have to wait a week. Which means it's time for the Neurospicy wait a week game. That's why initially they had offered me like today or next week as interview time, and initially my knee-jerk reaction was do it next week. Do it next week because next week is not tomorrow and I can put off worrying a week. But then I was like, or you're going to end up just worrying all week about it, so just do the tomorrow one. Now I get to do both! Yes! I did let them know, I sent them an email, that yes, that follow-up time works, but that I'm also free earlier in the week if they would like to schedule anything earlier. Having a self-care weekend, I need to do that. I hope it helps. Like, I want this job, and I'm also terrified. I don't want... But I think that if you're scared about it, that means that you want it, you know? Because, like, you don't want to mess it up. If you're scared, that means you want to do a good job. Versus if you're like, yeah, it's whatever. Lots of cuddles, good. Speaking of self-care, Emily, I'm glad you saw my hair, but I'm taking it out. I'm starting to get a headache from it pulling. Yeah, that's exactly it, Tigress. Oh, maybe I'll do that, Emily. Maybe I'll change my sheets too. Have a nice, like, clean sheets are always nice. Okie dokie. This color feels like it's not showing up well at all on this camera. How dare I not feed my cat immediately? Wow, yeah, how dare you? Don't you know that they're starving? Never been fed a day in their lives? Skin and bones, literally. Speaking of, I need to weigh Artie again. I'm trying to like do that on like once a week. Kitting up some of your cross stitch projects. Ooh. What are you working on kitting up? Thanks for coming by and hanging out while you do so. I definitely lurk in streams while I set projects up like that. Sorry, I know you just said you're lurking and then I asked you a question. Sorry. I'm always like, ooh, what project are we doing, though? Tell me about it. Tiny tear in your fitted sheets. Oh, you stitched it up? That's a good idea. I hate when stuff like that happens. Oops. What did I click? Okay. 15 or so projects you want to start? Oh my goodness. You're trying to see what you have that may work. I say, oh my goodness, but I have at least that. I just have never really thought about how many projects I have like that in my, like... Like, if I laid it all out... Well, good luck. I'm gonna finish this project this year. There, I said it. No more. No more of this mermaid. I have a lot, but I know I won't be able to get to all of them, yeah. Krennic or other specialty floss or fabric. Ooh. Pretties. Do you want to see what I just got for Christmas? Sorry, you're lurking. Ignore me. I'm always like, we're so lurker friendly, and then someone's like, I have a new pattern, and I'm like, ooh, tell me more. Look it. I love this brand. The thread is like slightly fuzzy, and it gives like this crisp look. But you know what I didn't realize? Do you see the color of the fabric? It's black fabric. It's black fabric. I love these kits. Made you cry? No, Smoothie! I'm gonna beat him up. Couldn't schedule because of something. Oh, JK, I wrote the wrong thing down. Oh my god. Now I'm scheduled. I don't know why healthcare providers fight so much with you on, like, everything. And they're like, no, you're wrong. And you're like, listen, you have how many patients? And I just have me to worry about. I'm pretty sure that I know what I'm talking about for me. Like, ugh. I'm sorry. I'm glad that you're scheduled. We're doing a self-care weekend. That's what we have decided here in chat. Ooh, using a light box. That's clever. I have a, like a light pad for when I would, like, weed, material with my Cricut. So that could help too. Like putting that down, because it's like it's not like a super bright light. Gonna need the sun for that, yeah. Why did you need to be right? Second lamp on the floor under your stitching, yeah. We're time for the next call. Smoothie, I'm so freaking proud of you that you're still going. Go, 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 go. You got this. I stitched double-handed. I stitched double-handed too. I have a daylight. Well, you can actually see it here. I have a daylight stand. I wish that I was, like, faster at all of my crafts, just because I have so many that I want to work on. And so it just becomes, like, if I could be quicker, I could get so much more done. And, like, I enjoy my crafts. I have hair in my mouth. Bleh. So it's not necessarily that I want to finish them because I'm not enjoying it, but it's like I have so many that I want to make. I have so many projects and plans that it's hard, especially when you do like a bigger project. Because you're like, come on. I want to keep going. Oh, that reminds me. I didn't take a picture of my progress on my cat cross stitch last night. Because I was going to do it when the sun was out today to get better photos. And guess what? I didn't. And now the sun is gone. Did some extra work to end the day, so I'm going home. Heck yeah. Safe travels. Some dragons, a phoenix, a unicorn, and maybe a few cats. Honestly, that sounds like a great year of stitching. I'm working on finishing up a few different projects. And I like am kind of rotating between them. I have 2 blankets that I want to finish. One that I'm getting pretty close to, and one that's like a corner to corner that doesn't have much more until I reach the halfway point. So, and then once you reach the halfway point with the corner to corner, then it's all decreasing and it goes so fast. So, And then obviously I'm not like buying any yarn unless I have like a specific project. Like when I made the blanket for my brother, for instance, I needed, you know, a specific number of skeins of yarn with the same dye lot for that. Like I'll try and use what's in my stash already. But if I need to, you know, if it's a big project or something that requires matching of numbers, that's the only exception. Or if I use up a skein, like for the business, I should say. Obviously, I'm not replacing every skein that I use up, but like for instance, my Galaxy yarn. Goodness, I couldn't think of the word. That one is always popular. I'll always need to have that yarn, you know? So if I use all of mine up, I'll have to get more. If I use up this purple cotton yarn, I don't need to get more of it. That's like a specific thing for like, I don't need to have on hand. So. One of 4 minutes with, that one was 4 minutes. I love that for you. You get a gold star. I've been putting this off for 35 days. I fully get it. I 1000% understand. And then you're like, that took me 35 minutes. Why was I putting it off? I get it. But you did it. That's what matters. Yeah, pretty much. I've been putting off washing the dishes in my sink. There's not a lot. There's just like 2 big things. I just didn't want to do it. The big things are always awkward. And it always ends up like spraying water everywhere. So it's like, at what point do I want to have sink water sprayed on me? But I'll do it tonight. I've got some laundry to do. I'm not like at the point where I have to do laundry, you know? Like I've got socks and shirts and undies and all of that stuff. But I'm also like trying to not let it like pile up because then it just becomes like a project. And I have to change the sheets, but I don't want to. Because this part of the bed where James sleeps in still smells a little bit like him. But I'm also like, I need to change them. Oh, this silly coral shape. Teehee. Can you guys... One is done here. Well, there are like a couple of spots that are going to get a darker color stitched in there. So like there's a couple of spots where there's no color, and that's because it's like textured. So there'll be a little more. It's also a slightly purpley. It's like the color of the jellyfish. Making you want to pull out your cross stitch? Do it! Join us. Your streams always make me want to start a new project, do they? By the way, I heard back from people while I was streaming. So new appointment is on the 15th. So yeah. Which is so far away. I told them that I was free like all of next week, so if anything opened up earlier to let me know. So, more time to prep, more time to panic. I don't know what I need to prep. You know? Like, I found my wooble that I made. I have my pattern that I printed to show them and my notes with questions. I don't know what else I need to prep. I don't know. It was really nice to get to talk to you earlier today. I'm sorry I don't have, like, exciting... Like, oh yeah, it was great. I'm, like, sitting here in my little outfit, my makeup done, and my hair all fancy, and... Just, like... And I was like, huh, people should have been here. That was nice. I want to do craft things. Do one. I'm making questionably shaped coral right now out of, like, purpley pink thread. You know, it's just tall and skinny. You talking about the dishes remind me that I have some pans I need to clean. Oh, that's the worst, isn't it? That's what I'm putting off, is the pans in the sink that have to get washed. It's this, oh, I hate it. Thank you for that follow, by the way. Welcome in. Hoping it was going well. I was so sad. Like I said to chat, I get it. Like, emergencies happen. You can't, there's nothing you can do about it. But, like, as a neurospicy person, I'm like, no. I was ready. I prepped. My brain, like, this was my task today, was this interview. Nothing else. No errands. No, like, nothing. This was it. This was the thing that I had to do today. So instead, I ended up cleaning out my closet. My emotional support plans. Yes. 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 Hi, welcome in. Like, I couldn't sleep last night because, like, I was thinking about stuff and, like, trying to think, like, trying to come up with questions, because I feel like a lot of times in interviews they're like, do you have any questions for us? And, like, I was trying to... I was up until, like, 2:30. I just couldn't sleep. And, like, I also said to chat too, the fact that it was like that and the fact that I'm so nervous about it, to me, it's a good thing, because it means that I want it. And it means that it matters. Because if I didn't care or I didn't want it, I'd just be like, oh, okay, whatever. Doing it next week instead. Like, it wouldn't be upsetting, if that makes sense. So, like, yeah, okay, it sucks to be bummed and upset, but at the same time, I don't know. I don't know. That's it. That's so... Oh. I want to be, like... I don't know. I want to be able to do it. Like, but it's scary. It's like it's a big deal. It's like a company people know. It's not just me. Like, it's not my name. I don't know. Mm. I don't know what that sound was that I just made, but yeah, I don't know what that sound was. It's one of those things. It's like, I feel like, James, right now, it's the way that I felt when you were told that you could have holiday leave. I don't want to get my hopes up yet. You know? Like, I don't want to be like, oh yeah, it's a for sure thing, because it's not. Nothing's for sure. Like, it's, you know, I don't want to be like, because I don't know. You get that? Okay. Like, it's not that I don't want that to happen. I do want that to happen. But I shall be just anxiously hopeful, I guess. Anxiously optimistic. Not my thread being done. So I know a couple of us were just talking about how we want to get, or y'all want to work on your projects. Does anyone have any weekend plans, whether they're crafty or otherwise? Anyone going to be doing anything? Villager hunting? Ooh, do you know who you want to look for? That's exciting. You're cross stitching right now? Oh, a family holiday party. That's nice. What are you cross stitching, Tanker? Nope, not at all. Oh. Do you have a theme for your island? Or are you just going on vibes? I'm still not sure if I'm going to stream Animal Crossing this weekend. I'll let you all know in the Discord if you're not there already and you would like to be, there's the Discord link. Feel free to join us. Or you can also just follow here on Twitch to get notifications when I go live. Oh, hey! I need to tell you also, Twitch made a change, chat. Twitch made a fun little change and didn't tell anyone. So, yep, I'm working on pulling up a friend's stream. Alright. Don't mind me, I'm in Lumi stream. Okay, so you know how normally you can just get like notifications? Right? If you have the little bell on, you get notifications. Why no, what is this? Personalized notifications. So if you want to always be notified when I go live, you now have to change it. It's not automatically set to all, like I had always on for a bunch of streamers that I watch because I wanted to know when they went live. And I missed a couple of them the last few days and I'm like, what is going on? And thankfully, one of them was like, oh yeah, Twitch changed this. You have to manually change it yourself. So, is that why I wasn't notified today? Probably. Look at your little bell. I need to make a post about it in Discord. I completely forgot about that. I'm so annoyed. Like, it's terrible when they change stuff like this. Oh, God. I hate it. It's one thing to change it, and you can change it to the personalized. It's another to change it and force you to have to make a change to go back to what it was before. Do you know what I mean? Because now I have to remember all the people that I normally get notifications about. And I have to go and I have to make sure that they're all turned on. And they didn't mention it. I don't know if it was like posted on their social media somewhere. I don't know. I don't know. Also, I love Lumi. Go follow her if you're not. That's whose stream I was just in. She's probably gonna be like, why did I just get a shout out? that's whose stream I was just showing you, the little bell thing. So yeah. Fix your bells, I guess, chat. Turn on your Discord notifications because I always post about going live in Discord. That's all I got for you. Yeah. All right. Back to my pattern. Because as if it wasn't hard enough to, like... Ugh. If we're not already struggling enough to, like, do... Like, to pull our audience in and grow our communities, then you change stuff like this. So annoying. Allison, could you put in Discord...
my people.
Seaclaws, hi, welcome in. Thank you so much. And, thank you for the follow as well. Could you make a note that I need to, make a post about that in Discord over the weekend for people? Thank you. But welcome in. How are you? Sorry, we were just raving about the fact that Twitch changed notifications without telling anyone. You hate to see it. Welcome back. It's like, why make people automatically opt into things so that they have to go and opt out instead of letting them opt in? I'm looking at you, AI things. Welcome back, Petrichor. Wait, what Twitch pop-up? Are they, like, letting people know about that? Did they tell you about it? I don't... I'm grumpy about it. I'm grumpy. You haven't got a pop-up? Me, I haven't either. Yeah, like the other day, I didn't get a notification that Doc was live, and I was like, oh no, I hope everything's okay. And then I went onto Twitch and he was, and I'm like, well, I know I have his notifications on. Like, what? Oh, about targeted ads. No, so Twitch made a bad change without telling anyone. Here, I'll show again real quick. Boop. So it before hi Lumi, sorry. Before, if you had this little bell on, that meant you got notifications about when a streamer went live. And now they've added this personalized thing. So if you want to be notified when someone goes live, you now have to change it to always on every single streamer. You can't just go into your own settings and like make a change to say you notify. No, each individual streamer. Oh, wait. 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 Can I? I'm gonna have to scroll around there. On my phone, it didn't alert you. Oh, gosh. It's always so annoying. I don't even know. I'll have to look into that later. Oh my gosh, wait, it's been another hour? No! Okay. Here's what we're gonna do, because ads are about to play again somehow. You love this piece? I love this piece too. Have a personalized notifications option. At least freaking tell us what that means. Yeah, I don't know. I don't even know what that means. I have no idea. Welcome in, Caitlin. It's good to see you. I was going to say that we'll have a vote on whether or not we should work on our crochet today, but it feels like we have a lot of stitchy peeps here. So maybe today is just cross-stitching. Maybe we just vibe here. I'm okay with that. If you guys are okay with that. Yes, stitchy, please. We can do crochet on Monday. Okay. I'm easy. for 5-ish years. Recently picked up crochet and I've been loving it. Oh, heck yes. I love that. I do it all here. I, like, primarily on stream, I'm cross-stitching, crocheting, or knitting. But honestly, I've been knitting less. I've been doing miniatures and diamond dots more. It's just crafty stuff. There's crochet things all over the place. Right now within my reach. Like, starting to learn about cross stitch. Any advice for me tool wise? I will get back to you as soon as ads are. Oh, crud. Okay, hold on. All right, I'll be right back. Wait. Alrighty. Thank you all for sitting through ads. I appreciate it. Sorry, this is a very important photo. She is a little roll. Welcome back, Tigress. I know. She's just a baby. I'm so glad that she figured out the heated bed situation. Okay. So, I just a little cinnamon roll. A little cheddar bay biscuit. So that's Artemis. She's a sweet, spoiled little baby. But yeah, that's Artemis. Pippin is the other cat that you'll probably see on stream. She's the big fluffy one. Then we have a Dalmatian named Patch and a tuxedo boy named Maple. They have TikTok and Instagram and all of that too. They have their own accounts. Okay, so you had a question about starting cross stitch. So the only, like, you can find starter kits that have everything that you need. If you are looking for a starter kit that has everything that you need, you'd also want to make sure that they have a hoop. Some people stitch in hand, which means that you hold it as you stitch. It's more difficult that way, especially if you're new for tension purposes. So I have mine, this is in a scroll frame. This is a fancy frame, because it's a big piece. If you're starting out, you've got two options. You have hoops. Get plastic hoops. Don't get wooden hoops. Wooden hoops are for display purposes, not for cross-stitching purposes. Mostly just because they're not, like, you're gonna need to make the hoop tight in order to, like, stitch. And I feel like wooden hoops just don't give that same level. Yeah, so wooden is great for display purposes. I've got a bunch of wooden hoops on my my wall. Like that, it looks real nice in a wooden hoop. But for stitching reasons, plastic. There's also things called Q-snaps. These are PVC, basically. And they come in different sizes. This one's a square one. They come in rectangles. And then they have a little plastic thing. So those are like your two most popular options. Q-snaps tend to be a little bit more expensive. Oh my god, I got a hair in my eye. But otherwise, if you're buying a kit, it should come with the pattern, the floss, and a needle. Some of them will come with a hoop, some of them won't. Not every kit has a hoop in it. You are so welcome. But definitely look for like beginner kits too. There we go. See, there's an ornament in a wooden hoop. What was I saying about kits? Prefer the hoops, I think, to the Q-snap ones. Name brand versus knockoffs, yeah. Found those lose tension quickly. Yeah, I definitely think that hoops are the way to go, especially for beginners. But I just kind of wanted to show the options. And again, the other option here, hang on. Are the scroll frames, like what I'm using. Hang on. There we go. I think that these are great too, but these are for bigger projects. Like you're not gonna, a smaller project's not gonna fit on this well. And you know, once you start getting into bigger things like this, like then you could talk about magnets and all that. If you're just learning, you don't need all the stuff. It's so easy to kind of get sucked into that I need to buy all the things in order to be good at this craft. You can get a kit and a hoop and just try it and see if you like it. Like that's all that you really need to get started. And then if you do like it, boy howdy, let me tell you, there's a lot of things you can get. But to start, yeah. Oh yeah, fabric count too. Fabric count is a thing. Most kits, I feel like, are 14 count. Oh my god, this hair. It's looking so cute. Thank you, Cat Rocks. I appreciate you. We're making some good progress. I'm almost done with the coral down here. And then I have one mermaid left here. Or technically he's a scuba diver. I don't know if I'm going to make him a merman. And one mermaid left, or one swimmer left up at the top. and then it's done. It's gonna get done this year. That's the goal. So yeah, Aida is a type of fabric. It's how many, so there's different count fabrics, right? So you have, say, 14 count, 16, 18, 22, like there's a lot of different kinds, okay? All that number means is how many squares there are per inch. So if you have 11 count fabric, there's only 11 stitches in between, like in 1 inch. If you have 18 count fabric, there's 18 stitches in 1 inch. So the higher the number of the fabric, the smaller the fabric is, like the smaller the holes are. So this fabric is 30, wait, I think 32 count, because I'm stitching over 2. This is all very complicated. You don't need to know all of this yet. Don't, if you're sitting there and you're like, what? It doesn't matter. Don't worry about that right now. That's not, don't worry about that. Okay. I'll start with the kit. Yeah. So, like this kit, I love this guy. So cute. All right. Down here, information. So if you look, it's 14 count. That's the name of the brand of fabric. There's 18 colors of thread. Oh, you can't see the fabric? Okay. So if you look, here's another one. This one is 14 count. Oops, you can't see that. 14 count. So you see how big the holes are compared to this fabric where you can't see the holes at all? That's because this one is a much higher thread count than this one. Isn't it cute? I didn't realize that was that color fabric. Interesting. But then, just as an example, this is needlepoint. It's a different craft. It's similar to cross stitch. It uses fabric, but it uses yarn instead of thread. This is 12 count. I just got it because you can really see the difference. Like, that's so much bigger than anything else that I showed you. So, just so that you can get an idea. No, you're so good, Caitlin. No, you're so good. Listen, I never mind people helping. I honestly, that's one of the things that I really like about streaming, is that you can answer questions like live as people have them, and you can show examples and things like that. You can't always do that with like YouTube videos or even like Instagram. And it's great. Yeah, it's a community here. You're so good. Where did my needle go? It's fine. There's one right here. I thought that I had 2. You're working on a star. Ooh. How's it going? It's going to be a present? I love that. How far into it are you? Chat is a hive mind. You know, it's honestly, I like it because someone might also say like, oh yeah, and don't forget about this. Like, it might be something that I completely forgot about, you know? It's It's a collective here. We're very welcoming. We're very friendly. We're also enablers, so, you know, do it. Join us. Buy the crafts. Do it. Also, if anyone wants to join Discord, there is our Discord. Feel free. Ask questions. We have specific channels for brand new, like, people who have questions about crafts. You have places where you can share pictures of your pets, talk about games. We craft together, we scream together. Oh, you know, that's so beautiful. Yep. Crafters who craft and scream together. New tagline just dropped. Words to live by. Hold on, wait. Wait, is that our motto? I don't know. What's the motto with you? Crafters who scream together, dream together. Boo. Am I in the right spot? Nope. Hi, Sarold. Oh, hi. No intro clip. What you doing? You up? We're cross-stitching today, being chaotic. How about you? This hair, I'm gonna shave my head. Just banning everyone. Cool. Cool. Love that for you. So the usual. Starting with me. Oh. But I haven't done anything. Good human. It just felt right. Oh. Dang. I mean, if it feels right, who am I to step in the way, right? Sometimes it be that way. Yeah. Happy Friday. Today, honestly, today, you know what? Today needs to be banned. I was supposed to have a job interview with a company that I really wanted to work with. And it had to get rescheduled. Like, very last minute. So. Goldfish can tolerate water temperatures from near freezing to up to about 80 degrees. That is That is true. Fun Megan fact, I worked at PetSmart for a long time as a small animal specialist. Which meant that I was in charge of all of the critters that you can buy at PetSmart. So fish, reptiles, hamsters, guinea pigs, gerbils, birds, the random amount of crap that I know. An inch of fish per gallon of water in your fish tank, in case you didn't know. You got a 10-gallon tank, that's 10 inches of fish you can have. You got 10 1-inch guppies, your fish tank is full. I know how to clip birds' wings, and I can hand feed baby birds. I've given more medication to hamsters than I ever cared to in my life. Hamsters are not nice when you're medicating them, okay? Rats are amazing creatures. They get a bad rep, but they're fabulous. How much I love a happy goldfish. A fat goldfish is a good fishy, yeah. Goldfish also need, like, people think that goldfish and betas can just, like, live in bowls. And yes, they can. But it's like you having your dog live its life in a cage versus allowing them to, like, roam around your house. Bigger tanks equal happier fish. Pet rats are so sweet. Mice are pretty cool too. Everyone always would come in wanting to get hamsters, and I'm like, have you considered a guinea pig? We also had chinchillas. Chinchillas are like little clouds. And at least 20 gallons. Yes. Yep. And goldfish, like Sari's little bot said, they do better if they have a heater in their tank, but not hot. They just need, like, the water to be, like, a good spring day, you know? And goldfish are messy. They're so dirty. Get a filter. I don't know what it is about them that makes them so messy, but they're just like poop machines. I hope that you all enjoyed this Megan lore drop. Yeah, no, don't boil your fish unless you're eating it. Can I leash my fishbowl and take it on walks? Yeah. Sure. That was one of the best jobs I ever had. Highly recommend. Learned so much. Of course, it's different now. I was there back in the day, you know, which was a Tuesday. Like, half the stuff that I learned how to do, they didn't teach new hires anymore. Like, I was one of the last ones to know how to, like, hand feed the baby birds. As well as clipping wings. You know that bird wings are a lot like animal nails? Like, the feathers of their wings have a quick in it. And so you don't want to cut too high, or you cut like the little quick. It'll heal, but it hurts just like with like animals if you quick them. And once we kept them in a bowl. Oh, how that we. Oh, poor buddy. How stupid goldfish are. Apparently, their little vacuum cleaners will try to eat basically everything, including rocks. Yep. They'll pick up a rock and be like, that's not food, and then spit it out. And then be like, oh, look at that. And then pick up the same rock and be like, that's not food, and then spit it out. Have a good night, Smoothie. Thanks for being here. Yes, DMC floss is the best floss. DMC or Anchor. They are what's known as color fast, which means they won't bleed when you wash your piece. And the color won't change when you like hang it on the wall. So those are like the name brands that you want to like look for. One of the last ones to get any training at Joann's. I had to show new hires a lot. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, like, new hires would have training. It's just that they, like, PetSmart moved away from selling birds that young, that needed to be hand-reared. Which, honestly, makes sense. So that's why they moved away from that. So that way people didn't have to know how to do it. Plus, honestly, hand feeding them can be dangerous. If you do it wrong, you can, you know. So, third time might be food. Yep. Betta fish also do much better with a heated tank. Yeah, it's like a vat of useless information up here about different animals. I don't think I ever saw baby birds in any PetSmart growing up, so you wouldn't really know that they were babies. Because the babies that they would have were things like conures, cockatoos, like the big birds. And by the time that they were like there, they were already like they're big. They don't look like babies. Like they have all their feathers, they can fly, they can do everything. It's just that they still would like need formula twice a day. So like they were, I don't know what age they like stop needing that. I'd have to look. But yeah, you wouldn't necessarily know by looking. They didn't look like babies like traditional when you think of like a baby bird, you think of like a naked little grub. Let's see. Let's Google. Yeah. How long are cockatoos hand fed? Oh god. Cockatoos are hand fed for varying lengths of time, typically starting the weaning process around 10 to 12 weeks, often continue until they're 5 to 8 months old or longer. So, yeah, we would get them in, I guess, during that, like, gradual transition time. Which is around 3 to 6 months. Where, you're not feeding them like all the time, they start eating like solid foods and food like fruits and veggies. And then at 8 months is when they're like, I don't want you anymore. Some of them do. Some of them are like, other baby animals who are like, I don't wanna. I like this. But yeah, you'd like mix up a formula and then you get like a syringe. They'd be so cute though with their messy little beaks. I was thankful that we didn't have snakes when I worked there. Or they didn't start coming into our store until like near the end. No thanks. Not because they're mean or anything. It's just the feeding problem. I wouldn't be able to. Although PetSmart, we didn't feed them live. We gave them frozen. I couldn't do it. I don't have the danger intuition for animals. I also love snakes. Yeah. No, see, I think that snakes are cool. And interesting, and the little ones are very sweet and very cute. For me though, it's just the whole feeding process. I can't get I understand it. I understand how I get it. There's just something about feeding one animal to another. Now, crickets, we used to have to feed the other lizards crickets, but I don't know, crickets are bugs and it's different than mice, I don't know. Problem with the smell? With what smell? Yeah, I mean, I smelled like a zoo whenever I came home from work. I know that's not what James is talking about, but snake enclosure? Fair. Allergic to their food? Only reason I don't think I'll ever have one, yeah. Part of the issue with like reptile enclosures is just the fact that like you have to heat them. And so when you heat the enclosure, you heat everything, including any waste that's in there. And waste is just like even if you clean it all the time, it's still just gonna, still there, I guess. So yeah, I agree. Corn snake in your anatomy class. You got Pinky twice a week, yeah. I remember James has heard this story. I remember being a kid and there used to be like a small like mom and pop pet shop down the street. And I remember seeing all the little mice. Like there were a lot of them. It's like feeder goldfish, right? Like when you go to the pet store, you'll find feeder fish. You'll find the goldfish that you can buy. You'll also be able to buy feeder fish. Spoiler alert, feeder fish are basically the same thing. They're just smaller. You can buy a feeder fish and it'll be a goldfish. It'll be a real big guy too. It's just, yeah. Anyway, but when I found out what the mice were there for, I like begged my mom to let me bring my allowance back to buy them all. And she's like, Megan, we're not getting mice. And it wasn't even that I wanted to keep them. I was like, no, we'll free them. We'll let them go. And she's like, what are you talking? Like, I was like, we can let them go outside. So that way they're not food. Again, a child mindset, not realizing don't release animals that you get at pet stores outside. That's a very bad idea for so many reasons. But little kid mindset. I was like, no, I don't want them to be eaten. $3,835. Where are you? There you are. I didn't understand that releasing a bunch of little baby mice into the wild was a bad idea. I was just horrified. Yeah. Oh, they would be way worse off outside. Because they would struggle to survive until they were eaten, so, you know. But child Megan, so sweet, so innocent. Yeah, they would still end up being food. I didn't understand that. Oh, poor baby. Yeah, every once in a while we'll see like a garter snake out in the yard. And they're cool. Little garden snake, little guys. And I'm like, good job, thanks for eating. Thanks for taking care of any problems out here. Like, I understand the circle of life. I also just don't want to witness it. I don't want to watch it. Like, James can tell you I sobbed when Maple decided to attack and get a squirrel before he became an indoor cat. And I was like, that squirrel had a family. What? That squirrel had a wife who's now like, why didn't Tommy come home? Have a safe drive home, silly. Picked up a mouse, took it outside, and told it, you don't live here, and yeeted it. Oh my god. You're like, you don't belong here. Yeet. Yeah. No, again, I understand the circle of life. I also just don't need to witness it, like, after eating my breakfast in the morning, you know? I was so mad at Maple because he had just eaten breakfast and then he went over to like where the bird feeder was and was just like, I'm gonna mess this squirrel's day up. And I'm like, dude, you just ate. What are you, like, you're not hungry. What are you doing? He also got a pretty large snake. That was impressive. Gross, but you know. That was an appetizer, evidently. Oh no, Emily! Poor baby. You know, Emily, technically it did fly. It just didn't land well. The flying wasn't the issue. It was the landing. That wasn't flying. It was falling with style. Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, adding the darker purpley pink just really adds to this shaped object. Coral. It's coral. I love Toy Story. James doesn't. James doesn't like Toy Story. He doesn't like The Lion King. Oh my god. See, curious? I'm the same kind of way. James is uncultured swine. I still need to make James watch the second Lion King. At least once. He needs to understand Kovu. Oh my gosh, it's the second time I put the stitch in the wrong spot. I will say, not all the Toy Stories are good movies. The one with Forky? Forky was a gem. Loved him. That Toy Story was terrible. Overall. Bad Boy Simba, yes please. I like how James didn't say anything about watching the other Lion King movie with me. I've got a lovely bunch of coconuts, diddly dee. Lion King is great. I don't like Toy Story. Yeah, I mean, look, we're allowed to all have different likes and dislikes. James has at least seen the movies. It's okay that he doesn't like them. I'm not gonna say that you're like, you know, like wrong. At least not about those ones. Some movies I might say. Yeah, Patrick. No, well, yeah, I don't know how Woody comes back in the new one. If he left, how is he back? Yeah, you know what? Here's the thing. So, Toy Story is not like my favorite movie ever. But the banter between the two of them, top notch. Like it felt like a stand-up comedy between the two. Does that make sense? Like it felt funny for like a kids movie, especially of that time period. It felt more like an adult comedy. I don't know. Than like a little, like when you watched it, you were like, "Oh my gosh, look at these two." Just like, I don't know. And I love the whole idea of them like coming to life when you're not watching. You know, like that the idea behind it I think is solid. And you like the Buzz Lightyear movie. Like the story of the toy. My name is Miss Nesbit. It's made to appeal to kids and adults, yeah. So wait, James, you know what I've never asked you? Out of a telenovela. What did you think of 101 Dalmatians? Like, honestly, honest. I'm not, gold. Okay. For those who are new or don't know, that was my favorite movie growing up. Always wanted a Dalmatian desperately bad. I have one. He's an asshole, and I love him. It's kind of sad because he'll probably be my only Dalmatian I ever have. And I still love them. I like all of them, but my growing up it was the animated. The live action did come out when I was still a kid, and I loved that one too. And I think that it was a good. See, here's the thing. Live action 101 Dalmatians I liked because it was live action. They used real dogs. Like it wasn't CGI, you know? No way. Really? Oddball. I also really liked the Cruella movie that they did. I thought that was really good. Imagine having 100 of them. Okay, you want to know what the worst part about having a Dalmatian is? His food costs me $100 a month because he's on prescription food. Fun little fact about Dalmatians. We knew this. He has bladder stones. Dalmatians don't process purines, which is it's in food. And so they don't always process it correctly, and then that turns to stones in their bladder, and then they can't pee. And that's something like to keep in mind, and normally you can have them on like a low purine food and you'll be okay. And so we did, and he developed a blockage when he was like 2.5, 3 years old. Had to have, again, this was, gosh, 9 years ago now. So I don't even want to think about what the price of this would be now. It was over $5,000 worth of surgery over the weekend at the emergency vet because he had a stone and he couldn't pee. So now he gets prescription food. Look at him. I love him. I wish he loved me. I wish that he loved other people the way that I loved him. Like, his people he loves. He loves us. He's still reactive and anxious around us. That's the bottom line. He's an anxious dog. I broke him as a puppy, I guess. I don't know. He hates the cats. He hates other people. Or he doesn't hate them, but he's afraid of them. And, you know, animals who are fearful have two reactions. They can either fight or flight, right? And so sometimes you'll have animals who like run at another person, another animal, and they bark and they act all mean and tough. And then as soon as the other animal like reacts at all, they run away. No, Patch is like, you want to go? We'll fight. Like, Patch is ready to throw down, which, if you know anything about the animated movie, is exactly how the animated Patch is. He was always my favorite in the animated because of that. I should have thought about that when I was naming my dog, though. But look at him. He's just a baby. He's going to be 12 this year. He's an old man, actually. I'm like, do I get to keep you? She was at your house and you reopened the game. Oh my god. Yeah. He's a sweet guy. Like, here's his Christmas. Opening Christmas presents this year. He had to peel, like, the wrapping paper. He's so, I love him so much. I wish that that was enough for him to not be anxious. I wish that love was enough, you know? You joined Discord? Awesome. He was trying to eat an onion. No, he was unwrapping a ball. Welcome into the Discord. Thanks for joining us. I feel like we've had a number of new friends pop in today, and I'll just make a mention of it now. I normally stream Monday through Friday from 3 to 6 p.m. Eastern. It is currently 5:54, so we'll be wrapping up here pretty soon. My husband is currently on orders with the Air Force, so I may also stream some weekends here and there because sometimes I get lonely. Sometimes I have a lot of things I need to do around the house. But I will let you all know in the Discord if I'm going live. Oh. To cook their fries? Interesting. Huh. They taste weird? I can only imagine. Is there a reason that they changed? Yeah, but James, imagine that on French fries. Imagine frying that in, like... They're gonna lose customers. Yeah, who are vegetarian. Agreed. Haven't tried it? Yeah. Interesting. Yeah, it's hard when it's like you really like the way that something used to be and then they change it. We're only going to have one more piece of coral left to do on this. It's not what they're fried in, yeah. Hey, Patch, Bubba's, I know you can hear me. You were such a good boy today. I have my stream on in the office for him. And I just heard him, like, get up and shake. He was so good today. I'm so proud. Almost done. Yeah, after this little piece of coral, we'll have a swimmer here, who I'm deciding if I want to be a merman or a regular scuba diver. And then a swimmer all the way up at the top. And then this is done. Hooray! The, questionable coral. It's done. It looks so good. Alright, let's... It's dinner time. She's like, oh. Yeah, it's just a little bit. It's honestly the color of the coral that makes it slightly, you know. You know. Hooray! Well, thank you all for hanging out with me today. We made good progress. And I'm excited to finish this year. It's gonna be done. It's gonna be done. I don't even remember when this was from. Like, what year this Stitch Along was. Is it on this? 2022. It's fine. Hey, better late than never, right? Of course. Thank you so much for coming in. And for trying out the stream, for asking the questions and all that. I always appreciate people taking a chance and trying out someplace new. I feel like a lot of us tend to stick to, you know, the rivers and lakes that we're used to. No, the streams that we know. So it's always nice to meet new friends. I'll be back on Monday. We're going to be crocheting. I may be here this weekend. I don't know yet. That will depend on all the other things going on. So, works in progress exist. Yep. I mean, the hard thing too, I finished a lot of cross-stitch stuff in the meantime. Like, since I started that project, it's just sometimes you don't want to work on like a big project. You want to do something smaller. And so this one will get put away, you know? Chasing Megan Falls. Yeah, I don't want to fall. All right. That'll do it for us this week, for sure. Like I said, maybe I'll see you tomorrow. I don't know. James and I are gonna play game. We're having a long distance date night on Sunday, right? Sunday. But I think you're moving too fast. One of the days. Fair enough. Sometime. Anyway, thanks for stopping in today. I appreciate y'all. Thank you for the follows. Let's roll some credits. And I hope that you have a wonderful weekend. Remember to eat something tasty, to drink some water, to take any meds that you have to take, to be kind to yourself and other people. Remember that you are loved. I will see you all on Monday for sure. Maybe this weekend for some Animal Crossing. I don't know. Anywho, thank you all for being here. I know there's lots of places that you can be on Twitch, so truly you spending any time here in my space with me and this lovely community of peeps means so much. Who's on right now? Oh god. Why is my mouse oh no, why are we lagging? Oh no. Okay, wait. Okay. Let's go say hi to C-Nut-Bush. They are a really cool sculptor. They are sculpting, it looks like a doggo right now. It's a lot of fun over there, so let's go check it out. All right, I'll see you guys there. Goodbye.